We are talking cross country once again on Cards TV. My name is Sean Moth. Great to see you again, as always. And it's also great to see Ron Mann, head coach. Coach, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
So the season came to a point where there were 4 opportunities, we'll call them, left, and they were all going to be either in Terre Haute or here. The previous weekend happened to be in Terre Haute. It was the pre-nationals, a preview of the course where you'll see the national championship hosted. And I know that something you've been looking to do on the men's side is keep that pack mentality and have there be a small window between your 1 through 5 finishers. You did that. I feel like maybe you wished it had been a little higher finish.
Right, yeah. We added Matt Hughes into the mix, and one of the goals was that the coaching staff talked about was we want to pack that group up and close that gap, and we did that. We had a 45-second spread from 1 to 5. But at the same time, we would have liked to see that maybe be at a minute, but that 15 seconds additional would be on the front end of that, in the spread, and having our 1-2 a little higher up in that finish pack.
A 7th place finish among 35 teams at pre-nats, though, a real strong showing. And there were actually some teams that were ranked ahead of you that you guys put behind you. So that's a positive.
And that's always, you know, the pre-nationals, I call it an insurance policy, and that it's not so much what you do there, it's the make sure that you do get some points, if you will, and it looks like we have done that. We certainly look forward to the Big East, and because we are represented interregionally within the Big East, and that plays a big factor in the success of your team.
As we go to the women's side, I know it's a situation where you're trying to build that program, but you have some promising young runners, and Maddie Davidson continues to lead that pack.
Certainly, and athletically, she's a freshman in terms of cross country, and she made a couple of freshman mistakes on her own admission, and she said, I should have gotten out harder, and I should have gotten more to the front, and I got caught in the middle of a pack, and our position on that was, those are all freshman mistakes. The good thing is you won't make those again, and
sure,
you have 3 more years to correct that.
As we look at Big East, the Cards will be hosting, as you might have inferred from that earlier intro. It'll be at Tom Sawyer Park on October 29th, and it's got to be a luxury for you and your staff and your runners.
It is. We were out there yesterday, and the course is in absolutely great shape. We've had a great fall. The course is particularly beautiful at this time of the year in that we've got the fall colors changing and all of that, and Tom Sawyer Park is just a great location to train and to compete.
As you look at it too, going from the 35-team field to a smaller field, how big an impact does that have on the runners? Because I would imagine you're going from 6, 7, 8, 9 wide to a little narrower field, maybe a little easier to run together.
You've got a narrower field, and it's actually a little bit more spread out in that some of the Big East teams are not very strong in terms of cross country, and so therefore you're going to see some teams that are going to be right up front, and you're going to see those same teams, and Louisville being one of those, and certainly 2007 was a good year for us, and Tom Sawyer in winning the conference championship the last time we hosted the Big East Championship.
Sure, and I won't necessarily put you on the spot to handicap the entire field, but just for the folks that want to come out to Tom Sawyer Park on the 29th, throw out some of the men's and women's teams in addition to the Louisville men that you talked about that we're going to keep an eye on.
Well, Syracuse is the defending champion. Notre Dame always has got a very strong team on both the men's and women's side. Villanova, Georgetown, Providence, all of those are very well nationally known teams. Villanova won the women's side last year, the national championship. So the Big East Conference in every sport, and particularly in cross country, is the top of the top.
All right. Coach, best of luck to you and the team. Look forward to a beautiful day at Tom Sawyer Park.
Thank you.
For Ron Mann, I'm Sean Moth. We hope to see you out there as well. And we will also talk to you next, right here on Cards TV.